It's still unclear how many schools have written their annual national assessments today, if any at all. The Department of Basic Education said while the exams were scheduled to start today, schools have been given the flexibility to administer those tests any day between today and next Tuesday. Teacher unions have expressed strong opposition to the tests, calling them ineffective. 5 unions, including SATU and NAPTOSA, have said that their members will not administer the tests. Yesterday, the 5 teacher unions, including SATU and NAPTOSA, held a joint press briefing, reiterating their position that the ANAs are ineffective in its current form. They want the assessments to be conducted at least once every 3 years. Well, for more on that story, we now have on the line Mr. Elijah Mshlonga. He's the spokesperson of the Basic Education Department. Good afternoon, Elijah, and thank you once again for your time on the channel.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much for inviting me.
Elijah, have the ANAs commenced at all at schools today?
Yes, the annual national assessment started today. We have received reports from provinces that indicate that there were schools that were able to adjust their timetables for them to be able to conduct their annual national assessment on day 1, which is today.
Unions are still standing firm against these assessments, Elijah. So who invigilated during exams?
Yes, they will. We have gone around to check if there were schools that were ready to administer today. And I was in a particular school today, and I'm glad to report that they wrote 3 papers. The last one that was done was now at 2:30. That tells us that schools are serious about writing ANA, and the teachers that were busy administering ANA today are indeed members of teacher unions, the very unions that are saying their members shouldn't do it. But because they understand the importance of ANA, and they also understand the fact that ANA is assisting them to make improvements in their learning and teaching processes, they committed themselves to ensuring that it happens.
Elijah, how will you manage schools that are still refusing to sit for these ANAs? Have you identified them as yet?
No, not yet. It's too early. You see, our assumption is that all our schools will participate. But we made a provision to say that if there is a school that is not able to do the annual national assessment in the time that has been allocated, they need to write the head of department of the education department in the province to ask to explain why they can't do it, in which case we will then be able to see what we do from there. But we are of the view that schools will participate, and we stand by that view, and what we saw today is encouraging to us.